Hey guys, Ugga Dugga Bois here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to change oil on a 2007 Toyota Camry. Now, before starting your oil change, you're going to want to make sure you have two things. First, you're going to want to make sure that you have your oil, and today we're going to be using Valvoline Full Synthetic, and this is high mileage, and we're going to be using 0W20, and that is the correct oil for this car. Make sure to check your owner's manual. And then moving on, we have a NAPA oil filter, and it is the Platinum filter. And the number for this car is a 47145. And then we also are going to be using a 14mm socket and a ratchet to get the drain plug out. And we'll also use a funnel and a drain pan. Now I'm about to jack up the car, but first I made sure the parking brake was on. And I'm actually going to put a block behind the tire so it doesn't roll. And now I'm going to jack the car up. And then I'm going to place jack stands underneath to help support it. With all that done, we're now going to come underneath the car and we're going to locate our oil pan, which on this car is right here. We will place our drain pan underneath my 14mm ratchet. We're going to loosen this plug up. And here we go. And then I'm going to carefully take this plug out, and as it starts getting out further, what I'm actually doing is I'm applying upwards pressure while I'm spinning. So then, now I can tell I'm fully out, and then I can just move my hand and I don't lose the drain plug, even though I almost just dropped it in, but I didn't drop it, so there we go. And now we'll let this drain out. Now while this is still draining, we're going to locate our oil filter, which is right in front of the drain pan, and you can see it's right here. Now I'm going to carefully loosen this up. There we go. And you will actually have some oil spill out of here, so I'm going to move the pan, and we're going to make sure that we're still catching the oil coming from the oil pan, but I also make sure I catch any oil from the oil filter. So there we go. And let that drip out a little bit. And I'm actually going to do exactly what I did with the drain plug. And what that is I am once again going to unscrew it. And while I'm unscrewing it, I'm giving it upwards pressure so that it doesn't just fall off on me. And I can tell it's loose. There we go. I'll pour the rest of that out. Now, before installing our new oil filter, I'm going to do a couple things. I'm first going to make sure that the numbers match, which they are both a 7145, and they do look identical. Oh, poured oil all over. Whoops. The second thing I'm going to do, I'll actually set this down right here. I'm going to take a little bit of our new oil, so I'm just going to dip my finger in there, or take some off the cap, and I'm going to just spread a little bit of that oil on the seal on top. That just helps it prevent from sticking and gives it a little bit better of a seal. And I'm also going to make sure that the old seal is still on here, because if it's not, it might be still stuck on the car, and that could cause it. What would happen basically is this steel would be stuck on there, and so would this, and that would cause a leak. So that is still on there, and that is good. And finally, some people do this, some people do not. But I'm actually going to take some of our oil, pour it right in there. And some people like doing this. I personally do, just because it helps prevent a dry start right in the beginning. There we go. And some people don't, because you are putting oil straight in the system, but I do. So we filled it up. Now it's time to put her on. Back under the car, I'm going to give the mating surface of the oil filter, I'm going to give that just a little clean, just get any dirt that might be off or on there, get that off. And we'll take our oil filter and reinsert it right on up. And here it might take a couple turns to finally get it started. That's alright. Once you do get it started, it should go on extremely easy. As you can see, that goes on real easy until it bottoms out. If it doesn't go on easy, you may want to take it off because you may be cross-threading it. Gonna give that just a couple good tight twists. That should be set to go. Now, I'm once again take some paper towel, even though I am dripping still a little bit, that is fine. And take up some paper towel and clean up the drain hole. There we go. And I'll also take some paper towel and clean up our drain plug, just so there's no dirt that you're putting back in the system. With that being clean. Once again, like the oil filter, you need to apply some pressure, if I can find the hole. There it is. Some upwards pressure. And once again, this should go in super easy. If you're not, or if it doesn't, probably cross-setting it. And then I'm going to take my ratchet. And once it is finger tight, which it is, I'm gonna give it about an eighth turn, an eighth to a quarter turn, and that should be set to go. And your final step is I'm actually gonna clean up as much oil as I can around this location, and also around the filter, because what that allows is once I do start up the car and the system gets pressurized with oil, if I see any bit of oil around either the drain plug or the filter, I know I may have a leak, and that is a problem. So the goal is to get this as dry and as clean as possible. There we go, and that's pretty clean. Now it's time to put our oil in. Now back on top, you're going to want to locate your oil fill, which on this car is right here. And I actually just blew it off real quick. That just helps get any of the dirt around it off. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this and unscrew it. I'm actually going to take a piece of paper towel. I'm going to set this right on top. So we'll unscrew this, set that up to the side, and make sure it does not fall off. There we go. And now, I'm going to take my funnel and do just a quick clean on the inside along with the outside, just to make sure that I'm not putting any dirt into the engine. With that done, it's time to start filling with oil. So I'm gonna start with about 4 quarts. Most of these cars, it's like 4.5, something like that. 4.8 quarts with or not having the filter filled. It all depends. That's why it's best to check your owner's manual. But generally starting off with about 4 quarts is pretty safe. And while I'm doing this, I am watching to make sure that I don't overflow, because if you do pour it all at once, these engines can't take it that fast, so you will overflow. So I'm doing it real slowly. And then I will check multiple times on the back, just to see how much I've put in so far. So I've put in about 3.8 quarts, so we're almost there. Now if you move over here, you'll see this yellow stick, and you can pull this out, and this will tell you how much oil is in your car. So first, what you're gonna wanna do, make sure the area is clean. You're always gonna wanna do that. And then you're gonna pull out your dipstick, pull it out all the way the first time. You don't even have to look at it. Give it a nice clean. And then re-push it in and make sure it is fully seated. And then you can pull it out. Now you can read the level on here, which I don't think you'll very well be able to see it, but it looks like, yep, it looks like we're just barely at the bottom of the safe. So we're definitely gonna add a little bit more. Now after a little bit more oil, once again, you can barely see it, but I am about halfway in the safe zone. I'm gonna clean that back out. I'm going to insert that. And then what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take my funnel out. I'm going to put my oil fill cap back on. And I'm going to start the car. And I just wanted to make sure, you want to make sure that you are in the safe zone before starting the car. Like I said, I like being about halfway in the safe zone. That makes sure that you do have plenty of oil in there and that won't cause any problems. And the idea of starting the car is to basically pressurize the whole system, so that will get oil everywhere it needs to be, along with in the filter, and then you can recheck it and make sure that you do have plenty of oil. So we're gonna go do a quick start. Now with the car running, I'm gonna do just a quick check underneath. The oil drain looks like nothing leaking from it. We checked the oil filter. Looks plenty and dry, so it looks like we have no leaks. We're set to go. It is now time to take the car off the jack stands. Now that we're on a flat surface, I'm going to do a final check. And I always like to make sure that my oil is about halfway to 3/4 full. Which I once again don't know if you can see it, but if we check here, there's your top safe, there's your bottom safe, and your oil is about 3/4. You don't want to overfill it, but I will take that. That looks plenty good. And it's always best to make sure that you do check your oil every once in a while, especially right after you do an oil change. After a couple miles, you want to make sure that you check it, that your oil level is still good, and you should always consistently be checking your oil levels. Finally, to reset your maintenance required light, you're going to take your key and turn it to on, but not fully turn on the car. And you're going to take your trip and you're going to set it to trip and not odometer. And you're going to back off the key 1 click. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to press and hold the odometer/trip button. Make sure you press and hold it, keep holding it, and then turn the key just to the on position. Do not start the car. You'll start to see these dashes count down and the maintenance required light flash. Once that final dash counts down, your maintenance required light is now gone and you're set to go.